Hey loves, I just want to tune in and give you guys some information. It took me a really long time to make a video that I was happy with about this, and it's about my tummy tuck. Now, I've opened a lot of myself letting you guys know about my weight loss journey, and it's really dear to my heart. So I wanted to open up this page so you guys would know every step that I've taken thus far. So prior to now, I have lost weight 2 times. The first time was in 2014. It was 2013 into 2014. I had lost a little over 100 pounds, and I will include the pictures. And then after that, I did lose weight right after I had my son in 2015. So that was it from 2015 into 2016. And these are the shots for those, and my weights will be included on the bottom. So 2017, November 2017 is when I had my tummy tuck. At the time that I had my tummy tuck, I was not at my lowest weight. I was not near my goal weight. I highly recommend that if you do decide to do a tummy tuck or any type of liposuction, breast implants, anything that involves plastic surgery, definitely be around your goal weight, because once you do it, it's really hard to lose weight. I'm not saying it's impossible, because nothing's impossible. It's just harder than it was before now, for me at least. And that's my opinion. This is based on my experience and only mine. So that's one thing that I would say. When I went into surgery, I was 190 pounds. It was November 7th of 2017. So it's 14 months since I had that surgery. And I was 190 pounds, and I'm 5'6". So that was my weight. And when I went in, I actually went in to CG Cosmetic on November 6th. They saw me, they took pictures, they made sure everything was good to go. They got all my doctor's information that I sent to them. So it was fine. And then on November 7th, I go in the morning, and I'm there for at least 2 hours before I'm even going to the back. And once I went to the back, Dr. Wesson came in, and I promise you he was probably in there for maybe 10 minutes, if that. They marked me up, and I went into the room, and the anesthesiologist was like, yeah, the Vikings, and I was out like a light. And that's all I remember. After that is just waking up in the recovery area, and I was in the recovery area for a while, and then the Love Show's recovery home, they came and got me, and I was there for an additional 5 days out in Miami. So I mean, it was not an easy experience. It took a long time to heal. Still to this day, my whole incision is numb. He did an okay job. I have a few different things that I am going to have to go back and get a revision for, but I'm not going to go back, and I'm not in a rush to go back, because first I want to be at my goal weight. I want to sustain my goal weight for at least 6 months. And those are my main things that I really want to do prior to even thinking about, because I want an incision revision. And then actually when he did my surgery, I have dog ears. And if you're aware of different things that you don't want during a tummy tuck, one thing is dog ears, and one thing is another thing is a sloppy incision. Now, my incision was not sloppy in the beginning. It was really nice, really thin, but my incision opened a few times, and it caused certain places to be thicker. And that's one thing that I really hate. I've been doing silicone strips and stuff like that, but it's not lightening the incision to where I want it to be. I'd rather just go and get it redone, the incision redone. And then my belly button isn't as pretty as I wanted it, but who's to complain? I guess me at this point. But I mean, and then they were supposed to do, beyond the full tummy tuck, they were going to do liposuction. When they did lipo on the lower part of my abdomen. And that's it. That's where they did the liposuction. It was right on the lower part of my abdomen. And I had a fupa because I've had 3 C-sections. So they took off of all that extra skin that I had, and made it flat. So the only thing is they didn't do up here at all. So when I bloat or when I gain, you'll see it right up at the top, right here is where you'll see a lot of my weight at. Before it comes down here, because it's always really flat here, and then it'll get like, it'll puff out at the top. And I mean, it is what it is. I'm not tripping about it. I know that once I lose the weight that I want to lose, it'll all probably just be flat. So I'm okay with that. Another thing that I just want to give the info out on it, because you have a tummy tuck does not mean that you won't gain weight back. What happens in that situation is you don't gain weight back in your stomach. You gain weight back everywhere else. You gain weight here, you gain weight here. My arms, oh my God, my arms have never been this big. But it's because I don't gain weight in my stomach, because when they lipo, they take the fat cells or whatever, and you don't reproduce the fat cells, so they take them out, so your fat goes to other places. My face, all this, it goes here, like my thighs. I'm not gonna complain about my butt, but I will complain about my thighs, because they're way bigger than they've ever been. Like, I've always had thick thighs. You know, they save lives, but I was kidding. I always had thick thighs, and I haven't had a problem with it, but they've gotten extremely big since I had that surgery. And it's I know why, you know, it's because the fat's going other places. So at this point, like I told you, when I got the surgery, I was 190. Now, if you're trying to lose weight, like you're trying to like get the surgery so you'll lose weight, you're not going to see any change in the scale. Like, literally, they took off probably like 6 pounds of fat on my stomach. Like, not fat, but they took off like the skin and everything else. And when I got on the scale probably a week after surgery, I was still at 190. Like, there wasn't a change in my weight. Now, there was a change in the way that my stomach looked, and I was hunched over like the Hunchback of Notre Dame for a good week and a half to 2 weeks, in a lot of pain. But I wasn't used to that exact pain, but I had 3 C-sections, so the pain wasn't like, oh my God, I've never felt anything like this before. It was pretty bad though, just because the incision didn't stay like it should have been, and I had some problems with the incision. But I mean, other than that, I would say, like, just do your research. Like, don't go based off of one person. If you have a person in mind that you want to get your surgery done by, do your research. Get in touch with other girls that have went to that surgeon and see, you know, their results when they went. Like, just make sure that you take into consideration everything. Like, take into consideration your post-op care, because it's not cheap. It could be up to thousands of dollars. You have to get your lymphatic massages, you have to get your fascia, you have to get your foam, you have to get your pad, you have to get a lot of different stuff. You have to pay for a recovery home if you're not doing it in your home city. You have to pay for your medications if you're not doing it in your home state. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you have to take care of out of pocket, besides, oh, let me just drop this $5,000 on this surgery real quick. You know, like mine for the tummy tuck and the full tummy tuck and lipo was $5,500. So that's what I paid for it. So, and that doesn't include my airplane ticket to Miami back and forth. That doesn't include my recovery house. That doesn't include my fascia. That doesn't include any of my post-op care. That's just for the surgery. That's it. It didn't cover anything else. That didn't cover my medications, which were like $400 that I had to get. You have to do this, like, after the surgery, you have to do like a injection in your leg for like 3 days, just to ensure that you don't have blood clots and stuff like that. So, and I mean, you wear your socks, the compression socks and stuff like that. But there's a lot of stuff that you need to consider when you go into it. So I just wanted to give that information. Definitely do your research. Don't go off it. Just what I'm saying, I'm just giving you that information directly off of my experience. But beyond that, I just wanted to let you guys know, like, this part of me, because there may be people out there that are watching my videos and have had, you know, plastic surgery and they gained weight again. And it happens. Like, I've seen a lot of videos where people have had plastic surgery and they gain weight, and they, you know, put their mind to it and they'll lose weight again. But they do say, and like, I feel the same thing, that it's so much harder to do it on the back end. Like I said, I've lost weight 2 times, like an extensive amount of weight 2 times prior to having the surgery. And ever since I had the surgery, I haven't been able to get down to those weights. I haven't even got back down to 190 in a minute, like in I would say almost a year, you know, and that's crazy to even think, but, and that's even when, like, and I've been yo-yo dieting, I've been stressed, I've had a lot of things going on, and I won't say that I put my mind to it the way that I needed to, but I will say that I am doing it now, and I want you guys to know this part of my journey, because I don't want anyone to think that I'm trying to keep anything from anyone. I don't want anyone to think that my hard work isn't my hard work. I don't want anything to come up later like, oh, you know, yeah, she may have lost that weight, which I'm gonna do, and she had plastic surgery back in 2000, you know, she had plastic surgery, so she really didn't even do none of that. No, because 2 weeks ago, January 2nd, I was 229 pounds. And today, this morning, I was 213.8. You feel me? And that surgery happened 14 months ago. So the surgery has nothing to do with it. The only thing that the surgery has to do with is the fact that my body does not hold my weight in my stomach like it did. I don't have the 3C section fupa that I used to have. I bloat like no other in my stomach still. Like in this area, I bloat so much. I carry a lot of bloating in there. I've never bloated the way that I've bloated since I've had a tummy tuck. I've never felt the bloat until I had a tummy tuck. And then once you have a tummy tuck, you know what bloating feels like. You'll never forget what bloating feels like. It is very, 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 very difficult to get rid of it at times. And I have to watch my intake of salt all the time. I have a really, like, I gain weight so quickly if I have gluten. I have so many things now that I can tell when I eat them that I'm gonna retain water afterwards. But it's ever since I had my tummy tuck, and it happens. And I've read up on a lot of different things pertaining to it. And I mean, I just want to let you guys know some of the information that I never got prior to my surgery that I should have probably looked more into. Now, mind you, when I first got my tummy tuck, I've been wanting a tummy tuck since I had my daughter back in 2011. And I have been looking at, you know, like you go on the different websites like Instagram, they have so many women that have had different types of surgeries. And you have Real Self, which is an amazing website that women like just spill their real everything, like about their surgeries, about their surgeons, the ins, the outs, the goods, the bads, the horribles, the wonderfuls, everything. And I just was able to look in that, and I looked on that for years on top of years on top of years, and I wanted it for a long time. And you know, you have kids, you have other priorities, you have different things that you want to take care of prior to doing that for yourself. You have another place that $5,000 can go to, you know. But in 2017, I got to a point where I needed to do it for myself. Like, I wanted to really do it for myself. Should I have done it at that time? I don't think so. Now that I look back, I don't think I should have. I think I should have waited. I think I should have stacked the money up and waited. And then after that, after I lost the weight I wanted to and stayed sustained at a certain point, then I should have went in. But going in at the time that I did, I feel like I really put myself in the position now where I'm like not able to lose weight as I used to. Like, I used to be able to like be the person that, and I when I did lose weight, I did with HCG each time. So I would go like, okay, I'm about to start taking HCG and work out a little bit, and I'm gonna get this weight off. And each time that I would do so, it would come off. Like, it would, you know, come off. I would see my pound loss, you know, and sometimes like I wouldn't lose, but I would lose to the point where it was continuously, you know, and then I'd be off HCG for a few weeks and then hop right back on, and the loss would continue, you know, and I would be able to lose the weight quickly. And now I'm not seeing the losses that I used to see. And I'm not seeing, you know, when I work out, I'm just seeing myself like the next morning, like I have so much water weight. I don't see the changes that I used to see before when I used to work out. Like after a week or so, you could start seeing everything. Now it's not the same. It's just not the same in so many different aspects. And I'm just speaking once again from my experience. So I just want to let you guys in on that portion. of kind of, you know, my surgery and everything else, I will be sharing some photos with you that are very near and dear to my heart and kind of hard to share. But I want you guys to be aware it's not glitz and glamour and now your tummy's flat and you don't have to worry about what you eat anymore. It's, you have to learn your lifestyle before you go into it. And that's the mistake I made. I didn't change my lifestyle before I went into it. And now here I am losing weight again. And at the end of this, if I lose all the weight that I want to, there's a possibility that I can F up the results that I have. I can F up the, you know, way that, I mean, I want to get the incision redone anyways, but like I could just F it up, whatever, how everything looks as it is as of now. And, you know, no one wants to do that. No one wants to, you know, spend so much money on something and then all of a sudden you have to lose all your weight that you really wanted to lose beforehand, but you went and got the surgery first. And now you have loose skin again and you're about to have to drop money on another surgery. You know, nobody wants to do that. And I just want to, you know, put it out there and let you guys know, you know, what to expect and everything like that when it comes down to it. And so here are my before pictures. This is right before I went into surgery. And then here are the pictures right after. And those things that, like, they had me wrapped up in a binder. And those things that they have down are the drains for like all of everything to drain out. And I had those in for about a week before they pulled them out. And that drain pull, that hurt. And then after that, this is what my incision looked like a few weeks after. My belly button and everything. Which was good. Like it was fine. That was before I had the issues with parts opening on it. So that was really, really good. And I was happy with everything then except for my dog ears. So I would just keep my panties pulled up right over where the dog ears came out. And I was hoping that the compression of my fascia and stuff would push them in and I wouldn't have that, but they continued. So, and now here is my current, just what the scar looks like and the dog ears and stuff like that. And my belly button, which looked really, really good that first picture. When you guys looked at that first picture, my belly button looked really good. And now it's like not as pretty as it was previously, but the one thing I should have used was a silicone plug for my belly button, and I didn't utilize that when I was going through everything because my belly button took the longest to heal and it had all the stitching and stuff in it, so I didn't want to push anything in it and mess anything up, so I kind of left it be. And now it's just like weird. And I mean, it is what it is. Probably once I lose some weight though, it'll probably go back inwards and not look the way that it looks. So I just want to share this with you guys and give you guys some information on it. If you guys have any questions, any concerns, anything that you guys want to know, I can definitely answer them, or I can get you to somewhere to answer them. And that's about it. I appreciate you guys' time and listening today, and I hope that you guys have a great rest of your evening, and be great. So here's pretty much what everything looks like. This is what my belly button looks like. You know, so how I said, it kind of weird, looks weird. I feel like once like I lose some of the weight, it'll like go in further. This is my incision. Now you can see how it opened in certain places on the sides of the incision and where it got wider based on, you know, the difference that you see. And there's the dog ears, and this is how it should be. That's how it is. So it sucks. I hate that part, but you know, it is what it is. This is how my incision looks now. That middle part actually opened up a few different times, and so that's why I really just would like a revision of the scar, because you can see this side looks great. Like that little part of the scar looks amazing, but other parts of the scar suck like that, and like over there, and that's where they did the lipo from, right there. You can barely see that, and This is where they did the lipo from on that side. So those really, really are barely seen. But yeah, that's everything. Everything looks, and